Hey y'all, what's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Matthew Aran. Welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So we're in the middle of the trial of Miss Sayaka Mizuno, and we're trying to figure out what happened. We might have, thanks to Kirigiri over there. Sorry that I've stopped in such a weird place. It's the 5th right now, the 5th of August. But anyway, Mizuno here. Might have invited someone into the room she was into. I almost said her room, but actually no, it was my room. It was Naegi's room, Makoto's room, right? So she thanks to Kirigiri, we found out that she actually got in contact with someone. What she's trying to lure someone into our room is that what's going on there, and now we're trying to figure out and what led to Sayaka's death. That's what we need to make clear, as Makoto says right here. Now, before we get started, I don't know, man. Should I? I've got the options here. But I don't know, man. I know I was saying the last part that sometimes I think the music is a little too loud, that you can't hear the characters' voices right, especially in these trial parts. I think I'm going to keep it at that, actually. And if I feel the music is too quiet, because I want y'all to hear the music too, right? But I don't want to drown out the voices, so we're going to keep it at that right there. And by the next trial, if I feel it's too quiet, I can always just turn it up. But anyway, oh man, I actually just got up. It's like 8:47 in the morning. But okay, so we need to find out what happened inside that room during that initial fight. Like, a fight between Sayaka and whoever her killer is. And what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. Okay, there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Sure. I've been starting off the video with a tutorial. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge, and you'll be embarrassed, you stupid motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. With Makoto being like, I embarrassed myself in front of everyone. No. Influence gauge. You can press L1 to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Okay. Press and release L1 to cycle through each bullet. Or you can hold down the L1 button and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded to your cylinder. Yep, there's that difficulty coming into play. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will actually be set to mean. Good luck and have fun. So yeah, it's just like Ace Attorney standards, where you have to present the right evidence on the right statement. The sword sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizuno's wrist.
I think that's what the...
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, I saw two statements there. The sword was used first, and then the kitchen knife... The sword was used first, and then the knife came afterward. Is that really the order of events? At least some unexplainable details.
When the fighting broke out,
I think it's the sheath we want.
The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Because how did the sheath get damaged?
No, it's wrong.
Did I get it right? Okay. I mean, I know.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Boom. Yeah, that sound effect there.
Because
Yeah.
the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yeah, because otherwise, why would you even use the sheath?
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Me, mood.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Yeah.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
True.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Huh?
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
All
So
right.
you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
But then, if that's true,
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
okay.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Why not? I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not talking here. I'm just letting the voice acting do its work. It's great voice acting.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Ah, the part of her body that shows she never used the sword was her palms, broken wrist,
I got it!
her stomach. Yeah,
Talking about
right.
her palms, right?
Yeah, her palms.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Gold all over my
In
hands.
fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
Yeah, but it wasn't Mizuno herself because, again, her hands were
There's
clean.
really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No,
What?
that's not it at all.
Oh, my phone is ringing. All right, now bad time for that. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because the water was off. It was nighttime, wasn't it? Yeah.
I got it!
Yeah, broken wrist.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do when I got a broken wrist. Wash my hands.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yeah, she couldn't do that anyway.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
What? Yeah, girl, what? You haven't taken a shower. We've been here for like 3-4 days. Yeah, you haven't taken. Get your ass in the shower. Get your ass in the shower. You stink. Toko. Come on, don't like Yamada.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously.
Bro, we've been here for like 3-4 days, and you haven't taken.
So anyway, if Sayaka
These kids
never
must
touched
stink.
the
Oh,
sword,
okay, I'm sorry.
that means
Oh. Yeah, if Sayaka never touched the sword.
the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
the one who damaged the sheath would have to been the one without the sword. Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Mizuno herself?
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
That's totally unprompted.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Oh no.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Yes.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms
Oh, don't say it.
was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
Oh, Kiri, what are you thinking, Kiri?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
Makoto. I still like how she says all of her name. Makoto.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Oh no.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
You're talking about...
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Oh, please, no. Oh, Makoto. Oh, man. You're telling me, like, he, all that time he got close to me just so...
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation.
Oh, here we go.
A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
I mean, I guess.
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
I think it is.
Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
What you mean, derail? We're trying to figure out what happened here.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
No, but we're getting there. Just calm your tits.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto,
Huh?
right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Yeah, let's get to it then. Guess we are running out of time. Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? Keep moving forward. I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh man, this again? Make your argument. Trash duty, always count dying message.
it's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Well, there's a
There
pretty
just aren't any more clues, right?
big
Very
fucking
well.
clue here.
And let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Do we really have time for all that?
Die! Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Alright, Daisy from 14th Street. Wait, no, hold on. That's right, there is still a clue left that can lead us to who killed her. Sayaka left it behind.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
But how do I
But
speed up
there's
the
just
text?
gotta be more clues, right?
Right here, right here. Gotcha.
No, that's wrong.
I'm sure it's going to tell me how to speed it up later, but
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
Diner Dash? What?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Her left index finger, right wrist, fatal wound.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it.
But still,
Still what?
What the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Shit said Leon.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
And numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
No?
Oh, yeah,
I mean-
it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Yeah, look at the middle part. It looks like it's smudged off there, kind of.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Wow, what the hell?
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Oh my god, what is going on here? Was he talking to Hifumi or Chihiro?
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Isn't that a... well, I don't know, what's the 37th Pokemon in the National Pokedex? You know, I'm gonna look that. Well, I figured it out. It's Vulpix. The 37th Pokemon. And well, we figured it out, y'all. Vulpix is the culprit. N037. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Oh my god. I wasn't expecting he said, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm taking the piss out of it.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. Oh no, I have to select it. I like this part. Where's that? Woo, 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 woo. Look at that. You can even select the funeral portraits. Junko and Sayaka. But yeah, I mean, as if there was.
That's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N, or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Coincidence?
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result,
Yeah, she couldn't, like, turn herself around.
when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
I'm amazed she could write that clearly like that without even looking at it, right?
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Destroy?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of, I know what it was. Yeah. Okay, well, here's the thing. It is like someone tried to like go to the trash room, right? Where is that? Trash duty, incinerator. A piece of burnt clothing found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It is apparently part of a shirt cuff, and it has a noticeable blood stain on it.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
Those are pretty common, to be fair.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt... Yeah, you're in trouble, Kuwata. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. When it was disposed of, where it was disposed of, how it was disposed of. I guess we already know where. When it was. He had to get rid of it quickly, so... I'm gonna say how.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Well, wait, what? How do you know?
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty.
Where did this come from?
So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Yamada. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves Leon is the real killer. Okay, another non-stop debate. Burnt shirt piece, incinerator, shattered crystal ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the evidence. Which means the only possible suspect is whoever had the trash room key.
Okay, so
Ball.
the person who would have had the trash room key was... Huh? Me?
No! Is it really impossible? I mean, I don't know. Is it really impossible to have destroyed evidence without the trash room key? No, I'm sure there was another way.
The key to the trash room.
Whoever
Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Then what was this doing here?
No, that's wrong.
Incinerator.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was roll it divine with it. I'd like to see that. No, through it. Oh, roll it. No.
I got it! The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you
Yeah,
said
Rowan.
before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. Yeah, because if Yamada was the killer, he would have just he wouldn't have left that burnt piece of shirt on the ground, right? Or the crystal ball. He would have made sure that was all cleaned up. Just toss all of it in the incinerator if he could actually reach it. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got in the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
You're in trouble, Leon.
The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yeah, he would have swept all that shit up.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Oh, you would know.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because they wore ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Oh my god, Makoto getting loud there.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Yeah, what's your pitching accuracy? I guess what the stat is. I don't know, I haven't watched baseball in a long time.
You can't be serious.
Yeah, you probably had that little the square that they have. That's the little pitching square.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Alright then.
And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
And yeah, you've been awfully vocal this whole time. Is ever since this whole thing started, you've been trying to accuse me.
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed.